Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to another episode. I want to talk about opening up the heart to the Christ consciousness energy. And I want to talk a little more about what this is, what the Christ consciousness is, because I do feel that 2024 in particular is going to hold a lot of these new energy frequencies around this. And it feels like it's even like opening up other layers of like new frequencies in relation to this that hasn't been done before or hasn't been, accessible for eons because we've been in this very deep sleep of forgetfulness, of going deep into the veils. And so now that the veils are um, dissolving, and they're dissolving because we're becoming more consciously expansive. The more that we become aware of ourselves, and part of that awareness comes from like asking certain questions that are what some would say like thought provocative. But in that, well, also it's about bringing in the heart, because the heart is a really big part of all this ascension and this awakening. And I always say, emphasize that it is, the beginning stages of like when doing the inner work and doing like a lot of clearing up with certain traumas from any experience that you may have had in this lifetime or in previous lifetimes, or with like any of the generational factors. Um, and so a lot of it, there's different kinds of patterns that are buried in our subconscious level. Um, that it's almost like having this mud, right? That's kind of blocking that channel, because just know that you already have access to a lot of this energy. It's just a matter of like helping move a lot of the mud or anything that is in the way that just no longer serves or resonates, that you no longer need. And that's really where we're at, is completing those cycles and closing the ones that are ready to be dissolved and transmuted to go into this next phase of your own life, of your own ascension and awakening. So, in this episode, though, I also want to bring in a message from Telos and Adama, the high priest Adama. He is the high priest of Telos. And since I moved, I have integrated my energy or myself with them, the whole Telos community, and also with Adama. So it's almost like we become as one. And I feel that unity consciousness so deep in my heart and everywhere, like my cells vibrate, as one wisdom. And so I had this really deep message, wisdom that they wanted to share with all of you. I wrote it down, so I'll be reading what I wrote down, the message that I got from them. But just to kind of talk a little bit about this Christ consciousness energy, it's really this energy about unity, it's about oneness, it's about it's an energy that I know I talked about it, so much, but until you experience it, it is really amazing. So I'm gonna try to explain it. But it really feels like everybody looking through your eyes, or having this really deep connection also with source at a much deeper level. And that's what the Christ consciousness energy is having a deeper connection with source. And in that connection with source, that you're able to integrate with the collective energy force of others as well. And that's where we're all pretty much getting to that stage as a newer frequency as humanity. So some of you may be asking, well, it doesn't seem that way right now. And I would agree, yes, it doesn't, because there's been so much around the world, right? So much chaos. And it almost seems as impossible that this wouldn't happen. But know that it is, because a lot of things that are unfolding and unraveling are being released right now. And so that's why it seems like things are so accelerated and it's coming up to the surface from like everywhere. It just seems like nonstop action. Something new will come up. And that's because things just need to be um, seen that it's still there, it has been hidden. It's almost like hidden in plain sight. And so a lot of things that were hiding in the shadow are going to be coming up to the surface to because of the more light that it shines upon it, the more that it can't hide. And so then the truth is revealed and made very clear and very obvious, even though some people may have suspected it was there and felt it, but now it's just being revealed even more. And then you're also having a revelation or being revealed on the things that are of the light. And that also includes some of your spiritual gifts that you hold within yourself and the multidimensional self of, the person who you really are within at the soul level. So the Christ consciousness is this energy that reveals a lot of those areas. And it is very expansive. It is very heart connection. It is like this ultimate love that is universal and very compassionate. And so a lot of it, right, was when Cosmic Master or Ascended Master, Jesus, was on earth as a human, he had embodied a lot of the Christ consciousness. And so a lot of the symbolism around him is a number 8, or if you put it sideways, it looks like an infinity sign, but he actually held like double the number, the power force of 8. And so that means a double of the energy of the Christ consciousness that he was able to embody in human physical form. And so that serves just an example of our ability to also be able to do that, that we become our own independent savior, that we are the ones who are making a difference. And that is, by doing the work within ourselves and doing the work that we're here to clear or complete cycles. And by doing that is also contributing a great deal into the collective field. And so now I just want to share this message that comes from our heart. And so this message is coming as one with Adama and Telos and myself within my heart. So as we celebrate these special moments and the energies are at an ultimate high, open your heart to this message from us. We reside within your heart and we are ever connecting with you and your planet energetically, spiritually, and with love. The celebrations around are around cosmic masters that once walked the earth in human physical form. Some may refer to this as the Son of God, but know this: you are all sons and daughters of God. You are fully capable of achieving all the things that the cosmic masters also achieved and ascended in physical form. The cosmos of energies are open and pouring in a stream of light and Christ consciousness energy. This is the energy of oneness, unity, and heart expansiveness, a love beyond love. So breathe in this message, feel this within. And let us move into the next phase of the message. This is in regards to the new energies of 2024. Expansion with stretching of the soul, You may feel a lot of stretching of the soul, but what is really occurring is your consciousness is opening up more to an awareness of your own soul. It is an inner knowledge of your soul that is igniting and reconnecting, or as some would say, reawaken. This also shifts the way you may look at the world, and others you will find that the way you looked and perceived the world as a child has shifted tremendously now. This feeling will be expanded exponentially in 2024. Where the way the world is being perceived will look with more eyes of the unlimited soul instead of a limited viewpoint as a human. If there is resistance around this, then it will feel uncomfortable and unbearable. We simply ask that you trust your heart's higher guidance. In this process, take the time you need when you feel your body. Ask for rest and a break. So know this to be true. We are with you and we send you so much love from Telos and Adama. So I feel like just taking a deep breath for that one to just integrate that message that came from the heart, from our heart to your heart. And just feeling into that. And there's going to be more messages to come like this in future episodes to come. um, but yeah, so there is a lot to know and remember, because really, like, all this information that is being shared by through this channel message or even through other channel message, you already know. So we're just remembering and we're being reminded. And that's what our guidance is doing, is to help us remember and remind us who we really are and what we're here to do and why we're here as well. And what we're learning in the process of the journey of the ascension, and the messages that, we receive through our own higher guidance. It all comes from love. It all comes from your own source connection, because that is also how source communicates with you, through your own heart, and also giving you the guidance with so much love to expand and ascend and reawaken into who you really are at soul level of your pure essence of who you are, multidimensional and powerful and divinely abundant and prosperous. So just remember that. And as I had talked in one of my, or I will be talking in one of my episodes about your own self-worth, because you're really worthy of receiving and worthy of being who you are. I am sending you so much love, and I look forward to connecting with you in another episode.